This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
So today is Christmas, sort of, for you.
Mm-hmm.
How come?
Because, and I say, this is better than Christmas. It's my favorite day of the year. NHL trade deadline day. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been counting down literally when it was January 7th. I'm like, it's 2 months away.
No way.
February 7th. I'm like 1 month away.
You're not serious.
I swear to you, yeah.
This is bigger than Christmas for you.
For me, it is. In terms of my excitement, like my little kid excitement.
Yeah.
Yes, this is as excited as I would get as a kid for Christmas.
Okay, forgive me because it doesn't get me excited. Tell me why I should be excited about this day.
Well, I'm not going to be able to sell you on it. You have to be like a massive hockey nerd for this to be super exciting for you. So the big TV networks, they do like 8 hours of coverage. They're probably, in fact, in about an hour or two, right here at this Rogers campus, you're going to see all the NHL guys coming in. You're going to see Elliot Friedman. You're going to see Kevin Bieksa. You're going to see David Amber. They're all going to be coming in nice and early. Mm-hmm. We never see those guys because they work nights. It's all day coverage. If you were a hockey fan, this is the day. You have till 3 p.m. to make all your trades, and then that's the roster you're committed to for the Stanley Cup playoffs. So for the Leafs, Brad Treliving, he's in a war room right now with all his assistants and the capologists and the numbers people and the money people, and they're trying to figure out.
Your mouth is like actually watering right now.
Yeah, I'm really
which is
excited.
really weird.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I'm going to order food today as well to watch. They're figuring out what do we do? What trades do we make? What players do we acquire to try and win the Stanley Cup and go all in?
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but you're saying it like as if you have a say. Like you're just sitting on your couch waiting for these things to happen.
Oh, I'm tweeting. I do have a say, Pooja.
So what's happened so far?
For the Leafs?
Yeah.
Nothing. Here's the disappointing part of it. It's like Christmas where like you wanted like I don't know like the shiny new bike,
yeah,
and instead Santa gets you like not nothing, but like instead of a shiny new bike, you get like a little toy car.
Oh, yeah.
So that's usually what happens with the Leafs. Like you're waiting for this big move, and it's looking like okay, we might just be getting like little pieces. But other teams are making big trades. There's some big names that are going to be dealt today. I won't get into the minutia.
Do we care about the other teams?
Yeah, I'm so into it.
Okay.
I love roster management and the cap structure.
Oh my, your eyes are lighting up. You know how I have these eyes all the time when I talk because I'm very dramatic? You have them right now.
Imagine your favorite reality star from like insert random crappy reality show.
The Bachelor.
Sure.
Great show.
Gets traded to another reality show that you watch.
Oh my gosh.
Imagine that. You're like Josh from The Bachelor is now hosting America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
That's chest bump.
Can I tell you, this is a day, I love this so much that in school, I would always like kind of feign sick in high school and miss this day.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, and in university, I didn't have to feign sick because I'm like, you manage yourself, you're an adult. I would take this day off to watch it.
You took the day off?
I took the day off. I would stay home and watch this because this was more valuable to me. I got core memories. And
oh my gosh,
in my work life, when I had non-morning jobs, I would always like take this day off or like fake sick, whatever.
So right now you're not really here.
Half the reason I've decided to do morning shows is so that I'm done in time to enjoy trade deadline day.
Okay, you're probably not alone on that. People take days off for all sorts of things, whatever that might be, whatever floats your boat. Mm-hmm. That's your thing. I'm wondering, do you feel the passion that Gurdeep's feeling? Not about this, but maybe about something else. Like
what's your Christmas? What's your Christmas? What's the day you always take off?
I like that. What is it? Maybe it's for a birthday, but maybe it's for something else.
Do you have one?
No.
You're not passionate about it. Imagine there was a reality TV day. I don't know how to. There's no like equivalent to give you.
I'm far too responsible.
Yeah, right.
From CHFI Studios,
it's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I've never seen you this fired up or this excited about anything.
It's the best. It's the best day of the year.
You know, you also have no say in the trades, right? Like
it doesn't matter. I'm a engaged spectator.
Do you yell at the TV?
Often. Yeah.
All right, good to know. So we want to know, is there a day for you that you get fired up about like Gurdeep? Maybe it's a day you also take off. I think a lot of people take their birthday off. That one seems obvious. I take mine off every year.
A lot of texts coming in on that too. Jake and Brampton texting in the first day of the World Cup. I will call in sick, take the day off, or quote unquote work from home, aka watch every match with a snack platter or some charcutes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
You said charcutes.
He said
They
charcuterie. I said charcutes.
Lorraine writing us saying, my day is May 27th, my wedding anniversary day, 36
Nice.
wonderful years with the love of my life. Oh, Lorraine.
Shout out, Lorraine. That's
So
fantastic. I love that. Ryan in Scarborough saying, WrestleMania Sunday. I need the whole day to prepare, and honestly, probably the Monday after should be a holiday.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Good luck with that one. Let's see how the bosses feel about that. Sonia in Oakville running the first snowfall of the year, not because I love snow, but because I refuse to deal with the chaos of people forgetting how to drive.
You know what? That's a good one. That should be an annual stat that floats. So whatever the first
Yeah.
significant snowfall of the year is, just stat for everybody.
Yeah, we're all guilty of it. We do
Great.
forget.
And that way we're being considerate. We're leaving the roads to the snowplows to clear it.
We should be in charge of the stat holidays.
This is good. Somebody elect us for something.
There's actually a twinkle in your eye.
I love it. It's great.
It's very weird for me
Yes,
to
if
see.
only I could get this excited about a partner.
Your wedding day.
Sure, yeah. I'd
Yes,
take that off.
yes.
I'd probably still work that day.
No,
I'd be like,
you-
I'll show up after the show.
No, I mean, okay. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but your wife wouldn't like that. Michelle in Toronto saying the royal wedding.
Speaking of weddings, yeah.
Yes, I don't care who's getting married. If hats are big and the drama is bigger, I'm watching live with tea and scones.
I love that.
Oh, I
She's a
love
royal
this.
enthusiast.
You know the sandwiches where you cut off the crust?
A little high tea?
Yeah,
On
cucumber
like, what are those
sandwiches.
plates called where they stack all those tiered plates? You know, the
That.
high tea?
Sure,
No,
the
but it's
tiered-
got a name for it. Steph, do you know those tiered plates?
I call them a tiered
How do
plates.
you two not know this?
How many high
Is it a
teas do you
sconce?
attend?
Is
I
it a
think it is
sconce?
just a tiered
Yeah.
No,
platter.
I think there's a
Tiered
name
platter.
for it.
No, you're thinking like a lighting fixture is a scone.
Someone will text us.
Yeah.
It's not sconce, but I'm thinking scone.
Yeah.
But someone will text us. What's that thing called for high tea? Anyways, I'm losing the plot here. Rob and Markham. Rob says Black Friday. I need the full day to strategize, sprint through the mall, and argue with strangers over that last TV on sale.
Listen, Rob, I understand some door crashers. You have to be there in person to get them
Rob,
on Black Friday.
Should we just introduce Rob to online shopping?
That's Cyber Monday.
I know, but is it worth all the? You know, it's all the same thing.
Whatever. I like getting a deal. I understand you, Rob. Jess in Hamilton saying Taylor Swift album release day. What? That's a thing. I will take a personal day just to listen to every song, analyze
yeah.
every lyric, and look at the hidden Easter eggs. Oh, wow.
Jess, I'm with you. Taylor Swift album release day, that's amazing. Taylor's lyrics are deep. You have to look for the Easter eggs and theorize. I get you. When's the last time you saw me this excited?
And it's been a while. Omar and Vaughn writing us, for him, it's the new iPhone launch day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I will stand in that lineup at the Apple store like it's my life's mission. Do people still do that?
I don't know if that still happens, but you remember the footage, the news footage of those lineups? It was crazy.
Yes.
It's like how we used to line up for concert tickets back in the day. I wish they would go back to that for concert tickets so that
Make it more fair.
regular people could get tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda in Mississauga says, I take the day off every year for the first day of pumpkin spice latte season.
no.
I'm not even ashamed.
Amanda, I don't believe you.
Why do you need the whole day for that?
I don't believe you.
How many PSLs are you crushing?
I'm sorry, I can't come to work. You can bring one to work.
Yeah, like maybe take take a extra long lunch or something. And the whole day. Look
Okay.
at me judging.
I know we can't judge. Amanda, you do you. Ethan and Pickering saying the first day of the C&E. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I need to be first in line for deep fried everything and that weird new food trend that everyone will be talking about.
That's
that one
pretty
I
good.
get.
You do want to be. There is some FOMO, like seeing it on everyone's Instagram. You're like, oh, I haven't tried the cheeseburger dipped in a hot dog wrapped in
With pickle sauce.
Regret.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
So whether you work from home or you're going into the office, this is likely happening in your workplace. And it's making you feel hungover, only it has nothing to do with booze.
Nothing to do with your weekend activities.
No.
Okay.
It has to do with meetings. Meetings. There's something actually called meeting hangovers, where you get a meeting hangover after you get together with your colleagues for a meeting, and it just leaves you drained. You're not motivated. Your focus is diminished. There's no productivity coming out of that meeting. Essentially, you accomplish nothing in that meeting.
You feel almost like you're in a haze or a daze after a meeting. And I'm going to say, I can only speak from my own experience. I really think this is like a post-COVID phenomenon.
Yes.
Because I don't think in-person meetings are necessarily draining. Like if you work in a cubicle or something, like an in-person meeting, especially if you like your coworkers, it's a chance to like catch up, you shoot the breeze a little bit, then you get into business. It's the screen meeting. It's the Teams meeting. It's the Zoom meeting. You're staring at a bunch of boxes.
Yeah.
You're drifting off, and then they come to you. You're like, what? And then the meeting ends and you're like, you close the box and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I need a sandwich.
And then you get ready because in an hour you have another meeting.
And then it's like, do I do any real work in between until my next meeting, or do I just like go play some Nintendo Switch? Like, I don't know. I've never had a real job, so I don't know. Like, I've only done media for the most part. So
like maybe we're not the barometer, but I will
No.
say that the times that we've had, like especially during COVID, there were meetings on meetings, and sometimes it was like a meeting just to have a meeting.
Sure. And like, if it's a productive meeting, I've left meetings where I'm like, okay, wicked. Now I know what we're doing. I've got a directive. But if you have a meeting where nothing is accomplished, you're like, I just wasted 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm hungry. I'm tired. What was I doing again? Now you got to start. Like, I can see how this would be so real, especially if there are people who have real jobs, who work 9 to 5, who have like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 meetings in a day. Like,
How many meetings do you think people have in a day?
how many meetings do real people have
We
in a
have
day?
no
idea.
idea.
We don't know. We're children in here. But is the meeting hangover a real thing? Like, does this happen in your workplace?
We want to hear from you. Give us a call, 416-872-2434, 416-872-CHFI. Tell us about the meeting hangover.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
We're asking you, is the meeting hangover real in your workplace?
Yeah, Rachel from Mississauga saying, had a meeting that could have been an email. Now I need a nap, a coffee, and possibly a new career.
Oh, don't you hate when you have a meeting that could have been an email? It's like,
Totally
why are
could have been an
we-
email.
This felt like not an in-person thing. My boss once said, this is from Kevin in Brampton. My boss once said, let's keep this quick. Then proceeded to talk for 47 uninterrupted minutes. I aged 2 years.
We have all been there. Priya from Scarborough writing, nothing gives me a workplace hangover like a meeting where we circle back, in quotes, to something we circled back on last week.
That's another whole thing. Like meeting speak and email speak is nobody talks like that. Like,
I do. On a go forward.
You do, actually. Yes. You talk like people do in emails. Why are you so formal?
I don't know.
This text coming in saying, after one of our meetings, me and my coworker always say to each other, what the heck was that for? And then we walk away like zombies.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. You're like, we just had a meeting and we have no idea what it was for. Dan from Toronto saying, survived a 2-hour meeting where the only outcome was scheduling another meeting. I need a support group.
Oh, that's the worst.
no.
You knock a meeting off your to-do list and you're like, wait, we're scheduling another one? What did we accomplish? It's like when city council like meets and then they just like commission a study.
Yes.
Like, we're going to author a study on this before we make any decisions. Text coming in here saying, text hangovers are real. Is it common to have back-to-back-to-back meetings from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.? Sometimes that includes lunch. When you are remote, you are literally clicking end on one and then another one starts.
Really? Oh, no, that would give you a hangover.
This is what I'm talking about. I've never had a real job, so I don't know. Like, are there back-to-back-to-back-to-back meetings?
It seems like there are. Melissa from Etobicoke writing, my brain left my body during a PowerPoint presentation on synergizing vertical solutions. I don't even know what that means. What? Same.
Okay, going to finish up with Sanjay from Vaughan. He says, meeting at 4:30 on a Friday? That is not a workplace hangover. That's a workplace crime, brother. Does this happen in your workplace where you feel unmotivated, dazed, and confused after a bad meeting? Alicia from Markham texting in saying, the moment someone says, let's go around the room and share our thoughts, my soul leaves my body. Oh, yeah. Especially if there's like 15 people in that meeting. Like, we don't need to hear from
And
everyone.
then you're also thinking about what you're going to say. So you're not even really listening. There's that as well. Chris from North York writing, sat through an hour-long meeting where the first 20 minutes were just people figuring out how to share their screen.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I've been in those meetings.
Yep, that's happened here.
I actually don't know how to do it myself, so I can't really say much, but I
No.
wouldn't know how to share my
I
screen.
don't even know how to like initiate a meeting, like to schedule a Zoom or Teams meeting. I don't even think I have the authority on my like computer to like. I'm not a boss.
I have
can't
no idea.
Schedule a meeting.
Yeah.
We'll finish up on this one. Mike from Oakville texting and saying, if I had $1 for every time someone said, let's take this offline, I wouldn't need a job.
Oh, yes.
Again, that's another emailism
Yeah.
that people say in email. But no one says that in real life except you, Pooch.
Well,
on
I-
to go forward, let's take this offline. I'm like, are you a robot?
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Pooja and Gurdeep's Shower Thoughts.
The word non-hyphenated is hyphenated.
Shower Thoughts.
Do ghosts get embarrassed when they walk through a wall and then end up in the wrong room?
Shower Thoughts.
You've never actually seen your own face in real life. Just pictures and reflections. Who am I? Who are you?
Shower thoughts.
Why do our noses run, but our feet smell?
Shower thoughts.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
You know, in the shower, you do your best thinking.
I don't know why that is.
I don't
it's
know.
like random, like thoughts, kind of like 420 thoughts sometimes.
And the thoughts are things that maybe you don't want to say out loud, but on this show, it's okay. And we're asking you for your shower thoughts.
It's a safe space.
It is a safe space. We don't judge. We listen.
We judge a little bit. Adeline and Vaughn, what's your shower thought?
Arcades are basically casinos for kids.
Oh my gosh,
Arcades
they
are
so
casinos
are.
for kids.
You're so right because it's all like the flashing lights and the noise, and it's like triggering all your dopamine. It kind of gets you hooked on that type of stimulus from an early age.
Yeah, and you spend a lot of money and you barely get anything back.
The house always wins.
I never thought of it that way, but you're actually quite right about that.
Adeline, thank you for your shower thought.
It's really good.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks.
Thanks.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
Arcades are casinos for kids.
So true. Yeah.
Does that make you look at arcades differently now in terms of letting your kids go to an
They're
arcade?
never going.
Never. What?
Well, I mean, they'll probably go. Lily also texting us to say her shower thought is yesterday, today was tomorrow. Tomorrow, today will be yesterday.
What?
Wow.
No, my
That
head
hurts my brain.
My head hurts. I need a whiteboard to make sense of that. I'm sure it checks out, but I can't make sense
Should
of
I
that.
say it slower?
No.
Yesterday.
Say it faster.
Yesterday, today was tomorrow. Tomorrow, today will be yesterday.
Now I get
now
it.
it makes sense.
I love this one coming in. If you sweat in a sweater, does that make you the sweater? Sweating in a sweater is very uncomfortable, by the way.
And who wants to be a sweater?
No, nobody.
No, I mean, sometimes it is sweater weather. Just saying.
Sweater weather. Kevin from Milton says, and this is a classic one, nothing is on fire. Fire is on things.
I feel like when you talk about fire, you have to say it with urgency.
Yeah.
Nothing is on fire.
But-
fire is on things.
But also, like, if someone said that to you while, like, you were on fire, you'd be like, stop with the semantics!
Yeah, it doesn't-
Get the extinguisher!
Yes. Stop, drop, and roll at that point. Jason from Barrie writing in with his shower thought, is a birth certificate just a fancy baby receipt?
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant. A
Never
birth
thought
certificate.
about that.
It's a fancy baby receipt. And also, like, can you not take it back after 30 days?
No.
You're like, you know what? I don't like this one. It's annoying.
No, and you should at least get 90 days on that to make a proper informed decision.
I mean, if it's Costco, you can take it back when it's a full-grown adult.
Yes.
And it's probably fine. Joanne from Bolton texting in, ever notice that every odd number has an E in it? What?
Wait a minute.
1,
3,
3, 5, 7, 9. That's all of them.
Wow, that's amazing.
I did not notice
Never.
that.
See, this is an example of brilliant, not dumb.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Now I've lost
That's
you.
a good one. No, that's a
Now
good
I've
one. Sorry,
lost
now
you.
I have to try to do the thing with even numbers. Yeah.
One more text here from Priya in Scarborough saying, if you lick a piece of butter, are you drinking it or eating it?
Priya, what is happening in Scarborough?
If you lick a piece of butter, are you drinking it or eating it?
Why are you licking butter? And, oh man, this definitely was a precursor to what Priya's up to before she licked butter. Priya, let's get it together.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.